college or to boarding school. We believe sport is an important part of our Bermuda fabric and certainly can be a vehicle for education for our young athletes. So I'm really excited today to give to Digicel the inaugural Cup from 2022. So on behalf of the Ministry of Youth, Culture, and Sport, on behalf of football, Digicel, thank you so much. And we trust you find somewhere wonderful to display the Triangle Cup. Any questions? Oh yes, actually, you want to have a conversation about that? So some of you who may have watched the stream, or perhaps may have been up at the National Sports Center to watch the Triangle Cup, saw a amazing display of football talent. And without trying to single out everyone, I know the coaches took a special note, Harry Dwight, and we had one of the coaches from the first team from DC United here on the island. And I've been made to understand right after the tournament, it was announced that Harry Dwight is going to have an opportunity to travel up to Washington, D.C. And be able to train the first team. So we wish him the very, very best. We certainly thank the Bermuda Sports International for establishing that relationship with DC United. I did catch their game last week, and I was happy to note that Wayne Rooney is now the senior head coach. And so, Harry, congratulations. For everyone who was on the teams that played, thank you so much for pouring out your wonderful talent and putting in a terrific effort. So congratulations, everybody.
Good. Dennis, putting together a tournament of this magnitude for our young men, the work that goes on behind the scenes to put it together, how do you manage with your organization to ensure that this opportunity is afforded to these young men?
I would tell anyone, this is basically one of the first times I've had the opportunity to appreciate what these guys have to go to through in relation to putting on a tournament. It wasn't an easy thing to do. Like the minister said, we got together in 2022, 2021, started early in 2021 in relation to organizing the tournament, and I would really appreciate what these guys have to go through in relation to getting the tournament together. It was on a smaller scale this year. Next year, we're looking to have it on a bigger scale with more international teams coming in. But it's not an easy undertaking. So we definitely needed the sponsorship from Digicel. Without Digicel, the Bermuda Football Association, and the ministry, we wouldn't have had this tournament. So it takes a lot of people, a lot of hands to bring everything together. But we got it together. What we're trying to do is create not just football pathways, but educational pathways for our young men and women in Bermuda. Also, employment pathways through the Digicel relationship that we have. So there's a lot coming through the pipeline, and just stay tuned for what's coming.
Yeah. Now the opportunity is also presented for kind of an all-star team to also travel as well. Picking that all-star team and giving another opportunity for a group of young men to actually go see what the rest of the world is like in football outside of Bermuda. Putting that together as well. How is that materialized?
Yes, we're slowly now getting to send out the information to the parents in relation to the boys that we did notice in the tournament, and this is going to be a good opportunity for them to get out of their comfort zones and go into an environment where professional environment, which I like to see at early ages in Bermuda, because of note, we sent 2 players to England earlier this summer, and with one made it, Enrique Russell, we actually got signed, and the other one had to be sent back in there because of work ethic. But what we are trying to establish now with our young men is that what's required in the professional arena is it takes more than talent. So at the end of the day, we're trying to teach that early. We want to take at least 20 boys up to the DC United Academy early July next year, just to put them in that environment, and possibly some more maybe spotted by the DC United organization.
Sure. And to Mr. Wade, the fact that another group of young men added to I guess, Bermuda football, possibly getting an opportunity to see what that outside world of football is like. For the association, how does that make you feel more encouraged that we have that opportunity?
Well, it's important to add to the menu of options that our young people have and parents have to further develop their children. It puts us in a space closer to our competitors, where most of our competitors, their players are overseas, they're in professional academies, and puts us closer to that. It's then obviously good as well for our national teams and how far and how well they can perform on the international stage.
And good. Yeah.
I meant to have one question for you. There's a lot of focus, pair of legged male and female young footballers going overseas, England, America, Canada, to extend their talent. Is the government supporting these young people in this venture?
Yeah, absolutely. So we certainly want to thank, for example, tuning from prospective player. He was here for the tournament. He has, over the last few years, I think, placed about 14 individuals, connecting them from high school to college to play D1, D2, and D3. So it's really, really important from an educational point of view for us as the government to support these types of tournaments, to provide an opportunity for kids to continue their education, but also to play football at a very high level. We know that the numbers for football as relates to becoming an elite professional athlete, are really, 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 really small. A small number of individuals get an opportunity to play at that level. But it doesn't mean that they can't get a quality education and find a quality career. We certainly want to support that. I think, in my estimation right now, we may have more kids, both male and female, playing overseas in boarding schools and colleges and academies than we probably ever had in our history. So that bodes well for the country, but it also bodes really well for our national program as well.
Very much.
So everyone, I just thank you for showing up today. We're certainly looking forward, Dennis, for you guys to start planning for next year. Digicel, I certainly encourage you to continue a relationship with BSI and with the DFA. The ministry, of course, is supporting the tournament long term. So I'm really, really excited. I don't know what's going to happen next year as relates to who's going to get the trophy, but we're certainly looking forward to